All right, getting right into it. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage Face and Body. So it's a really full coverage foundation, and I like to just smooth it over with my finger just to spread it really thinly across. You have to do it quickly because it will set, so you want to just really move it across your face. And then I take my Sigma F80 and I just buff it in. So it shears it out a little bit, but you get a lot of coverage with this foundation. Then the next thing I am doing is putting a little Painterly paint pot all the way from lash to brow, and then I take my MAC 217 and I just make sure it's really smooth and really thin across the lid. I'm taking my Naked Basics palette, and this is the Naked 2. It's just a very light gray brown, like a matte taupe, and I just put that right into the crease with a nice fluffy brush. Then I'm taking MAC Coffee Pencil, just a basic cool brown, and I'm lining all the way around my eye, inside and outside. And it's going to be smudged eventually, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to really lay the color down. Then I'm taking a MAC 266. You can use any small precision brush, and I am taking the black in the same palette, and I am just moving that all along the lash line just to set the coffee liner and just to add a little bit more color. Then I'm going into my Kat Von D palette. You can see that bright orange I was pointing to. I'm going in with just a little bit of that to warm up the crease. I really like to use a warm, like a warm pink or a warm orange in the crease, and it's something that I've recently started to do, and I think that it's so flattering. So I'm just doing that on both sides, obviously, and just kind of buffing it in, but very, very light. So I have the cool brown, and then I have the warm orange, and it just adds some dimension without being too stark. Then I'm going back again with that cool brown, just the smallest amount, and that fluffy brush just to blend everything together so it's seamless and it's like perfectly blended. And again, a little bit of the orange. So I'm kind of just like switching off, a little blending, a little adding, a little blending, a little adding. And when you do that, that's when you're gonna get that really nice, effortless blend. Okay, so I'm going in with my Touche Éclat highlighting pen. Don't need a lot of concealer with this foundation because it really gives a lot of coverage, but I do want to add a little highlighting, so I'm just putting that under my eyes. It also cleans up if you have any shadow that falls down, and I just blend that in with my finger. Take a nice sweep with the Sigma F80, buffing everything together. If you have a little residual highlighting on it, so I kind of put it down the nose and kind of spread it out. Sometimes with this foundation, it can be a little dry, so I just did a little spritz of that Boots. It's just like a toner, and I just spritz a little bit of that on. That's optional. As you can see, I did the brows. Don't need to say much there. A little bit of powder. This is the Laura Geller baked powder. It's a nice powder. It's very light, so I don't want coverage really here, so I just use a very, very light application, especially under the eyes, just to make sure everything is set in place. And then almost getting to the end, a little bit of a warm nectar-y kind of peachy blush. This is Lancome's Nectar Riche. It's my go-to, especially when I do a red lip or a wedding or something like that. Loads of mascara, gotta have the mascara. This is my current fave. It is Rocket Volume Express, which is Maybelline. And then I'm gonna do a bright red lip, so I didn't have my MAC red. It was actually packed in my kit. So I said, you know what, let me use Lasting Sensation, which is more of like an orangey pink. So I lined my lips with that and filled in because I want my color to stay really well. And then I used MAC Lady Danger, which is this most beautiful like tomato orangey red, and then I just carefully applied that, and then I'll go back with the pencil and I'll just kind of fill in and perfect. And actually this is a great option if you don't have red. Lasting Sensation works great with this lipstick. So then that is pretty much it. I have this like tomato and black dress on, so that's kind of why I chose the lip. It's a little matchy-matchy, but I think it's okay to do that sometimes. And there you go. I hope you guys like the look. Thanks for watching.